All right, what's up, everybody? We are up here at Mason Motorsports with Andy McMillin's new trophy truck. We're going to take a look around this thing. If you guys have any questions, go ahead and ask them. We have the person that built it here.
Designed it. I didn't do much of the building.
There you go. All right, well, we'll start up at the front here. So this is it. The body's not on it yet, but other than that, it's done. It's ready to go testing. Got a Baja Design lights all the way across the front here. Underneath here, you guys can look at it. The uprights, all machined. You don't see a lot of trucks with that. That's pretty cool. Then one of the things that a lot of people were trying to guess what it was, this truck has a rack and a box. So everybody was trying to guess why it has both and what it does. What's the reasoning for that?
So the rack, this truck was originally designed with just a rack, and Andy has a preference toward a box. He likes the feel of the box. So we basically took the rack and turned it into just a slider and ram. So there's no shaft attached to the rack. The box initiates the shuttle and is the servo that applies the fluid to each side of the rack.
All right. That's something a little different than your other ones, right?
Yeah, the other ones use the other two-wheel drives are just a rack, and then the four-wheel drive is a box with a swinger. So this is kind of a hybrid system.
Cool. Let's see how that works. Should work pretty good. Yeah. Let's see, what do we got over here? We got all Fox shocks, of course. What size shocks does this one have?
4.0 bypass in the front with a 3.0 coilover, and the rear's got a 3.0 coilover and 4.5 bypass.
Nice. So one thing I noticed here, check this out. Attention to detail. The clamps have shrink wrap on them. I don't think I've seen anybody do that in much detail before. That's pretty cool. You don't want to scratch anything up.
Yep. Yeah, all the clamps that you find.
Every single clamp on the truck has shrink wrap. That's pretty cool. Also, I noticed the antennas are mounted in a different spot than you see it on most trucks. It's actually pretty smart. It's probably one of the safer spots so they don't get knocked off up there.
Yep.
That's what you guys did that,
As long as you don't have a carbon body, it'll see through the fiberglass. When we do a carbon body, they just get one spot over the antenna that's done in Kevlar so that it can still see through the body.
Perfect. And then this is all carbon that we see here, right? All these panels. Yep. This is real carbon.
Yeah, the only spots this truck has aluminum are the skids, and we like to keep the roof aluminum just to have a little extra durability there.
Yeah, these panels are pretty nice. It's all custom work here. Who did the exhaust on the truck?
Kyle.
In-house?
Yep, Kyle did it in-house. You can follow
pretty
on
good.
Instagram, KC Motorsports.
KC Motorsports on
Yep.
Instagram did the exhaust. All right, what else have we got up front here? What's the engine in here?
The engine is a spread bore Dugan's. It's a 8-stack. Same motor that's in most of the other trucks that we built, actually.
Cool. Somebody's asking what type of dampener on the steering.
Type of dampener? You have to rephrase that. I'm not sure what you're doing.
What do you guys mean by the dampener one there? I think maybe they're thinking of a traditional steering.
Gotcha. So it's
like
got
a servo or anything?
So it's got the servo is built into the Saginaw steering box. The Saginaw steering box pitman arm drives the slider on the rack back and forth, and the servo in the steering box ports fluid to the ram on the rack, which is your power assist.
There you go.
So the slider would replace your swing set, and the ram on the rack would replace your ram that drives your swing set.
All right, that probably answers that. The work lights, lots of work lights strategically placed, so in case you need to, in the middle of Baja, you can see what's going on. Attention to detail once again. Little pocket here in the panel for the brakes. Assume that's the brakes. Steering shaft is there. All right, let's go to the inside. There's the cab. The first race for the truck is Parker.
Parker, correct.
There's the dash. And this is all James Lynn wiring?
Yeah, all James Lynn electronics. James has wired and done all the electronics for every vehicle that we've built since about 2011.
Very simple, very clean.
Yeah, their work is second to none, and we wouldn't use anybody else.
instead of having a bunch of switches now, you just have a couple panels.
Yep.
Everything you need right there. Display there. You got some
This
roof
truck-
actuator.
This electronic system in this truck data logs over 470 channels.
Wow, you got a lot of data logging going on here.
Yep. Yeah, it watches all kinds of sensor values and electric.
So what's the big handle here?
That would be the rear brake.
Rear
That's
brake.
when you want to start the rotation, kind of your little bit of rally car, drift car racer sort of setup.
There you go. All right, then up here, something you don't see in a lot of these. What are these boxes here?
Those would be air conditioners. They are all electric.
All electric air conditioning.
Blows cold air through your helmet. The only downside to them is they draw about 30 amps a piece when you have them turned on full kill. So you have to have plenty of alternator to keep up with them.
So on those hot days in the middle of Baja or Vegas to Reno and it gets a little hot, these will help you stay a little cooler.
Yeah, I never used them and thought it was funny when one of our customers bought them. And after I used them one time, I won't navigate in anything anymore that doesn't have them.
Big difference, huh?
Yeah.
Well, that's pretty cool. Maybe you'll start seeing these things in a lot more trucks after that.
Yes.
After that.
They are starting to pop up in quite a few more trucks, actually.
Yeah. Cool. And then you got panels up top here.
Yeah, those are the AC controls there.
AC controls on this side, and then let's go look at the other side and see what's up top on the other side.
Yeah, so this would be Brady's seat.
Yeah, here's Brady's seat. Here's your seat, Brady. So we have the HCS 12 here. Got another display here. More switches. And then up top, out of the way, is the radio stuff, the intercom, and the cooler.
It's nice, it keeps it up there where it's dry. It enables you to pull this whole dash out with only unplugging one plug so you can access things easily. It just kind of keeps the more finicky radio equipment up and
Yeah.
out of the way.
So there is no GPS on the driver's side. Is there going to be one later?
No,
Or
Andy
is
does not. Andy is one of the few drivers today that doesn't use a GPS on him.
Andy doesn't want one, so there's not one there. So there you go. All right, moving along to the back. Of course, all the side panels, carbon panels. Into the back. So what are these?
Those would be Fox's double barrel cooler.
Double barrel cooler.
Yep. So it's one of essentially it's one of the rebound tubes. It pumps the fluid through the cooler. That way it helps keep your shock temps down, especially at races like San Felipe or even Parker.
There you go. And then it still has a regular reservoir, of course, on the shock there.
Correct.
Now the trailing arms are something a little different from most trucks. These are all machined. That's something a little different. You guys do that on all of your trucks.
Correct. Yeah, we've been doing that for about 2 years now.
Why do you guys like to do that?
One, we can make it stronger, we can make it lighter. It's unsprung weight. They're perfectly straight. And it takes less time for us to build trucks. We can have it done separately.
There you go.
It's not necessarily super cost effective, but it is stronger and lighter.
And you have the bling factor.
Yes, you got the one factor. Yeah, so behind all these plates, it's pocketed.
Okay.
These plates are to keep rocks and dirt from collecting and filling those pockets and making them weigh as much as a steel arm.
Cool. All right. And then people were asking in here about prep. You guys are going to be doing the prep. I see Andy just said that also.
Yep.
Cool. All right. Let's see what else we got. Oh, we got the MSAT back here.
Yep.
It's a different location than some people have it. Some people have it up here, but if you were to crash, chances of your MSAT being taken out are a lot higher than it back here.
There's also this little label that scared Andy and Brady a little bit.
Let's see, what's it say? Antenna radiation, safety distance 1 meter. So that's about, what, 3 feet? They were a little scared. Andy, you didn't want that above your head? So that's mounted back here. Looks like you got CBR coolers.
Yep.
And then, what's that little thing in the middle there? Looks like a rear view
That is a
camera.
backup camera. This truck has a backup camera that can be turned on at any time, or anytime the car's put into reverse, the backup camera turns on.
Where does
I
the
can
backup camera come on to?
I'll show you. It displays here on the Motec on both Brady and Andy's side.
There you go. Turn on the backup camera. Not like Andy needs to see who's behind him, but you know, just in case. There you go.
Yeah, it's got a nice wide angle. Makes it nice in Mexico.
Oh, it even has the
little mirrors.
the lines for parallel parking there, so you can parallel park your trophy truck in between the lines.
Yeah, unfortunately, we've been riding James. The lines do not turn with the steering wheel, but we're working on that.
Oh, the lines do not turn with the steering wheel. Andy, you're gonna have to figure out which direction you're backing up. It might be kind of difficult. All right. So also with the bar right there, what's the bar? It looks just like a circuit board in there.
So that is Baja Designs tail light. It's got brake lights, tail lights.
It's got all the lights built into
Yep,
one.
and it even has a button here. Another big work light or backup light.
Oh yeah, there's the work light.
It lights itself up,
Yeah.
which is nice when you're in Mexico.
Cool, so it's all built in one, pretty low profile.
Yeah.
Mounted below the roof, so once again, if anything ever happens to the roof, it's probably safe back here. That's cool. Very good. Back over there, you got your spare fluid boxes, the antenna, spare drive shaft, impact. Oh, the one thing with the impacts, check these out. These are a little different. So back here underneath the rear bumper, this is the jack. So it's one-time use with these, then you just change the canister out. So that's a pretty cool jack.
One on each side.
And there's one on each side. So you could do 2 tires in theory before you have to change the canisters. You just want to remember which one you used last time so you don't use the same one twice.
The way we do it is if he comes in with a flat on the left side, they use that jack. So the guys in the pits, when they replace that tire, they know to replace that bottle.
There you go. So whichever tire's off, that bottle needs to be replaced. That's simple enough. And fuel cell, how big is the fuel cell on this one?
This one holds 110 gallons.
110 gallons.
Yeah, it's big.
It's all carbon.
Yep. Carbon Kevlar can. And your normal bladder.
Nice. The rear bumper, pretty much the tires. Andy doesn't need a rear bumper. He's not worried about that. Another thing over here, I noticed on the vent tube, it's got a thing in here so it can't get sucked shut or pinched closed. That's good. Very good. We got the sway bar. What's the drivetrain in this?
So this one is it's ID Designs axle housing.
ID Designs housing.
It is a Gearworks third member that has gone through by Tony at Rancho Drivetrain Engineering. And then it is a Rancho Drivetrain Engineering transmission in it as well.
All right, and what are the brakes?
Brakes are Brembo.
Brembo brakes. All right, you guys know the weight of the truck yet?
I'm not sure on this one yet.
Not sure, this one hasn't been weighed. It's that new.
We will weigh it tomorrow.
They're gonna weigh it tomorrow, so we'll get back to you guys on that one. If any of you guys had any other questions, let me know. Oh, does it have an underdrive on this one?
Yes, it does have an underdrive.
All right, let's scroll back up, see if anybody asked anything else here. Is it a Motec or what is the?
Yes, it's all James Lynn Motorsports specializes in all Motec equipment.
Yeah, it's all James Lynn and Motec.
Correct.
All right. You want to know, is there a cup holder for Andy to drink his coffee?
There isn't a cup holder, but there is a spot for your drink that has its own pumps that pump it into your helmet.
There you go. That's one of the buttons on
Insulated
here, I
seal
think,
bag.
right?
Yep.
So when you want to drink, you just push the button. What's the other button above the drink for? Nothing yet on this one.
The other button above the drink is the push to talk.
Okay, so you got push to talk and drink.
On Brady's side, since he's not driving,
See on Brady's side.
button is a nice little martini glass.
Oh, so here's Brady's. Brady gets to have some cocktails. He likes martinis, so that's Brady's button. That's really funny. So, Andy wants to know, do you prefer the four-wheel drive?
Do I prefer
Andy's
the
asking
four-wheel
you.
drive? I'm not sure yet. I'll let you know after San Felipe.
We'll let you know after San Felipe, Andy. Well, you could just buy one of those too, Andy, then you can alternate depending on what race you're going to. They have one over there. There's one right there, and then there's another one over here. Right there. That's going to be a truck.
That one's going to race San Felipe.
So this right here, this is a four-wheel drive truck. So when is that truck going to race?
That truck will race San Felipe.
That truck right there will race San Felipe. So they don't know the speed yet because they haven't been testing with it yet.
Correct.
They're going tomorrow, so I'm sure
Like
that
our other ones, it should run out of gear at about 141 miles an hour.
they're guessing about 141 if it's like the other trucks. So they'll know tomorrow, and that's from it running out of gear. So after tomorrow, they'll probably we'll know more on that one. So anything else you guys want to know before we go? Let me know. We'll do one more walk around from the outside here. This thing looks pretty good. It's going to look good with the body on it. Yeah, these guys, I mean, you should, if you ever get a chance, check this truck out at Contingency. The attention to detail on everything is just crazy. The carbon panels look really cool in person too, probably way cooler than they look on this. So, I will not be there live for testing tomorrow, but I'm sure they can, they'll have some videos that they'll be posting tomorrow.
We'll learn to fly a drone tomorrow.
They're gonna fly a drone around it tomorrow, so they'll get some drone footage for you guys too. So if you guys want one of these, you guys can call them up, and you're taking orders.
We are. Take it special today.
So they'll give you a special today. Just mention Fishgistics, and they'll give you a special. They'll give you 50% off the double retail price.
Perfect.
Let's see, what else? Oh yeah, what was the motor in the truck again? Somebody's asking.
It's a spread bore Chevy built by
Spread bore
Dugan's
Chevy.
Racing Engines.
Dugan's. You know what the horsepower is on
About
it?
860 horsepower and 750 foot-pounds of torque.
There you go, 860. Is Luke going to race the one he drove?
No, that all-wheel drive. We had a kind of a partnership in Vegas Arena with that truck and Luke. At that point, we still owned it. That truck has since been sold to Team C Racing, and we are building them a second one.
There you go. So no, Luke will not be racing that one. He will be racing his own truck though.
Correct.
He's racing. Yeah, this is an 8-stack. You can see it under there. With the carbon cover. Once again, the bling factor and saving weight.
Yeah, we've cut about 150 pounds out of the truck with composites.
So by using these panels, they've cut 150 pounds approximately out of the truck.
And
So all that
another-
adds up
and about
pretty
another
big.
40 out of the fuel cell can.
And 40 pounds just out of the fuel cell. So that's quite a bit of weight out of the rear behind the axle that you're saving there. So that's pretty good. All right, well, if you guys don't have any other questions, I think that pretty much wraps it up. Glad we could get out here. Thanks for letting us come out and take
Yeah,
a
thanks
look
for
at
coming.
this. Yeah, no
Appreciate
problem.
you guys.
Andy, good luck in this thing. I'm sure this thing will be on the top of the box at a race very soon. Yeah, where's the trophy holder? Someone wants to know. That's up here. It'll be on the roof.
Good ornament.
Yeah, they don't know the weight yet. They have not weighed it. They will be weighing it tomorrow. This just got finished right before I was walking in here, so they won't know the weight till tomorrow. Yeah, they did. The truck looks really good. They did definitely a good job on it. What was the fuel capacity again?
110 gallons.
110 gallons. So 110 gallons of fuel. That's enough fuel to go pretty far. So someone says, is the carbon worth the weight savings? Well, I guess that depends on what you think. Personal.
It costs about, call it $75 a pound.
So it's $75 a pound that you're saving.
Yeah.
So when you're racing trophy truck, every pound kind of counts to a certain extent. So plus you got to add in the cool factor. I mean, look at this. That just,
Yeah, it actually
you know.
holds up a lot better than the aluminum does too.
Yes, you have
because
to
it has
replace
memory,
panels.
they don't get all the dents and dings where you have to re-powder coat them. Once they get a little bit scuffed, you can have them re-scuffed and do a satin clear on them and they look like new again.
There you go. So another reason why to get them. More than just cool on the weight savings, they actually have a function also. All right, well thanks guys. We are out of here, and you check out this truck at Parker. That'll be the first race. Thank you guys for watching. See you later.